All right, everybody. So we're in Baileyton now, and I'm going to make a right-handed turn here on the Horton Highway, heading back toward Fall Branch. And yeah, I've got Waze talking to me as a zombie, so you can disregard that. This makes the drive a lot more fun. But I love this road. I love driving out in the country. I think it's therapeutic. I love looking at what my papa called moon houses along the way. Now we'll be going past a place called Lost Mountain, and we'll be driving straight toward Chimney Top. And I'm gonna get to Chimney Top Loop, I believe, and I'm gonna check out the old home place of Alec and Molly Taylor, and I'm gonna see what's there in that where that magnolia tree used to be. The last time I was there was an old rock cairn in its place. The stump was there of the tree. And if you don't know the significance of that magnolia tree, you could read my first book, Understanding Apples. I will tell you that my papa Judd had a gambling dispute at a young age. He was actually a minor when it happened, but he hung a man in that tree. And yeah, if you want to know what happened with that, you're going to have to read the book. But anyway, I'm just going to keep following this here. From what Waze says, we're looking at about 10 minutes, or 10 miles and 17 minutes. Now, some of these aren't moon houses. People have got them, they fixed them up. This is pretty cool. Wait your turn, fat boy. That is, of course, the turkey on top of Santa Claus, because Thanksgiving is before Christmas, right? If you look up in the distance there, you can see the point of Chimney Top. And there's Lost Mountain there, but Chimney Top is behind it. And Chimney Top, if you didn't know, it's not like a point like it looks like from a distance like a volcano. It actually levels out, smooths out on top. It goes for, I want to say, about 500 feet. And there's supposed to be a freshwater spring up there that shoots up out of the ground approximately 3 to 4 feet into the air. They used to have these old-time holiness baptisms up there. I've seen pictures from the 1930s of Alec and Molly Taylor's church having some old baptisms up on Chimney Top. It's the Caney Creek Primitive Baptist Church. Slow down ahead. Pretty farm over here. Pretty sure this is considered the Lost Mountain area. This is where J.V. Carter had a farm, and there's a story told about his farm in my fourth book, Mending Walls. Yeah, we've got a big old piece of farm equipment coming through here, so let's go off to the right a little bit, make room for them. There we go. th 75th celebration, New Lebanon. Pack Mountain Loop. We passed the Mountain Loop before that. It's really nice when you're out here and you see what could have been a moon house but isn't, because people still occupy it or live there or have, you know, kept the love alive. A lot of times you get family members that just sell stuff and then it ends up becoming like a working farm. And the house itself ends up falling in on itself. Autumn is kind of skipped in this area. Of course, today is November the 3rd, and we've had a couple of really cold nights in the 30s. So that's why you see a lot of the foliage is actually dead now, instead of its vibrant colors. There's a little Confederate flag over here flying. Maybe that's where Bo and Luke Duke retired. Who knows? Look at that Quonset hut. I always wanted to build one of those. Never could get the permission in the city of Kingsport, of course, but one of these days, out in the county somewhere, I'm going to build me one. Do 3,200 square feet. Fodder Stack Mountain. See how it's leveling out over there? If you didn't know, Chimney Top is the highest part of Bays Mountain. The Bays Mountain range encompasses, I want to say, 13 miles or 21 miles, something like that. And it begins there in Kingsport and ends there at what they call the Chimney Top. This old country store over here on the left, I was in there when it was still open, and a man had an old 8x10 from the mid-1800s when the Masonic Lodge was still being built in Fall Branch, and he gave me the picture to make a copy, and then of course I returned it to him, but that's where I got that picture at, and there's an old moon house. In that picture, you can see people on horses. You can see indentured servants, slaves. This was before the Civil War. So maybe a Matthew Brady type picture. I'm not really sure. I delivered here on the right when I used to work for a furniture company. I delivered to them when they first acquired that and were making that into a store. I haven't been back there since. If I had time, I would, but I really want to see if that cairn is still there on that magnolia tree stump.